Yes, 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 yes. Mic check, 1 2 1 2. All systems are a go. All systems are a go. What's up, Zen enthusiasts? Shout out to bro. Always number one. Sometimes it's Denzel Washington. I haven't seen him in a while. Hope he's doing all right. Yes, sir. What's up, y'all? This your boy, Crypto Bruh, a.k.a. Mo World Peace, the DJ / producer, coming back again with another crypto video about the Zen ecosystem. Hold up. We got to pause this over here. Yes. Again, another one. A fucking another one, bro. Yes, another one. Oops. Knocked over my oil tool. Shout out to Puffco. Unofficially sponsored by Puffco. Yes, sir. But enough of my ugly face. Let's talk about it. Right now on the screen, you're seeing CBZen. You know I've been talking about this one. This is my favorite sub-network Zen. It used to be Avalanche. It used to be Moonbeam. What I learned is, unfortunately, you cannot change those networks. So they're going to work. Because, the net works, but unfortunately, I just don't think that's where we're going to see a fun time, a lot of education, not as much education as you're going to get on CBZen about the Zen ecosystem and the future of Ethereum. Zen is my philosophy on it. Again, I feel like any Zen connected to Ethereum is easier to comprehend because the end user, doesn't have to be affiliated with a direct, or it doesn't have to be affiliated with a relationship. That's basically what I'm trying to say. A lot of the Zen coins, if we look at them, they're all going to be relationship affiliation. When they all showed up, people from those specific chains asked for Zen to be there. First, Zen was only going to be on Ethereum, but there was a well-versed community of users who said, yo, Jack, why don't you put it on Polygon? Why don't you put it on Binance? We're over there too. Why don't you put it on Avalanche? We're over there too. Right? And then later on, layer 2s came out, more popularity around this optimism experience, Arbitrum, right? Base. Arbitrum didn't make it, unfortunately, didn't make the cut. But yeah, Base and Optimism did. And those introduced this is new, right? So not everybody in Zen world is on this frequency. And that's why I think, again, you're seeing an awesome rally right now amongst those layer 2s, right? Both of the layer 2s are up in 24 hours and they've been up. Optimism Zen is doing exactly what it's doing. So like, if you got some, you're good. That's why I just don't talk about it a lot, but I got some. I'm good. I bought some down here too. I'm good. If it can really get out of this, it's going to be awesome. But again, what's awesome about Optimism Zen is it's in Ethereum. So it's easy again to understand and say, hey, I want more ETH. Maybe I should get involved in this lower cap or this lower market cap Zen coin that's connected to ETH. And again, I think it's going to get a lot of attention because it doesn't have that barrier of the user needing to be into the chain. You just need to be into Ethereum, or you just need to be into crypto to get into Optimism or CB. So I'm vibing on that. Everything else, it's going to do what it does. Again, I'm not too positive about every single coin that's a sub chain. But yeah, I just had to put that emphasis on why we fucking with CBZen. And I think, again, I have a whole theory here about what's going on. And there's others building with it now, too. There's this one group, I'm pretty sure they're from Asia. Maybe I'm wrong. But they've created a liquidity pool side by side using CBZen as they're trying to be a liquidity provider, and CBZen is kind of like their flag. And this is okay because it's 400 lines of immutable code anybody is allowed to design and deploy. So I'm cool with it. I think it's a cool idea. But you'll see here their pool has 2.3 $1,000 worth of liquidity inside of it. Here we'll even look at CBZen and see the other pools that are connected to it. And this is just something that hasn't happened yet. Like there hasn't been a bunch of base creation. Like there's not a lot of people creating with Zen on base. I mean, and there's a lot going on, which makes sense to why this is the way it is. Again, you have X1 chain is the primary focus and Zen is done. So to innovate with Zen right now, you're not going to see a lot of fair crypto innovation. It's really going to have to summons itself. Someone has to step up and do something, right? Do something. So you have this group, the XEN group, who's stepped up, who's decided to do something, who probably sees value in CBZen. I've always saw Smart Club too, but to be honest, whatever this CEN thing is, it has a little bit more leverage or belief. Something there is there, I've seen them on Twitter and shit like that. So shout outs to them or whatever they're doing. But yeah, this is what needs to grow on base, and then we will see a lot more success, right? So right now, I'm kind of giving them credit for this uptrend by another project stepping in and creating momentum. It's allowing the chart to see buy, sells, and trades, and people that are hodling are holding most of the supply. And again, CBZen is already in supply shock. So if you go look at CBZen, here we're launching on XenPub. Shout out to Yosef. Oh yeah, XENblocks. Man, a lot has happened in Zen world over the last 24 hours. We also had XENblocks blackout. XENblocks actually crashed at 3 a.m. So you'll see this is 1 hour fast, but it would have been 3 a.m. I didn't get no blocks since. And we got the fix. They said they fixed it. Jack said in the Telegram, essentially because we're moving and we're live. So that's what I mean. Yeah, like X1 is an AlphaNet. It's just not it's not in mainnet. And AlphaNet, it has moving pieces. Zen's a moving piece. XNM's a moving piece. And then also you have XN, a moving piece, and XNM is a moving piece. So we could see blackouts or crashes while we're trying to establish like what is the home for this next 10 years of whatever this is going to provide. And I think this is cool that we've seen this crash. Essentially, again, what happened here, let me bring up the telly real quick. How do I make this thing so I can pull it out? I already do it like that. Let's see what's up. Let's see what's up. What am I looking at? Whatever. But yeah, so like a blackout happened, and then he said there was old data. There was old data collector that was left running that formatted data to be inserted into old X1. Since he has a typo, but basically he's saying since we took down the RPC for the Phantom chain last week, the collector couldn't insert and shut itself down due to too much RAM. Due to using too much RAM, the XENblocks sequencer had pieces of code that kept relaying the collector to see if it was alive and was failing. The retrying causes resources to be overconsumed, and it started to reject miners. He said, "I've removed the collector code and restarted everything. The issue was we didn't see true errors until everything decided to shut down," which is normal. That's how bulletproof this bitch is. When it dies, it fucking dies. He said, short-term solution, add more logging. Long-term solution, move to SVM. So long-term solution, launch X1 essentially. And that's what it is. Like where like once X1 comes out, that's the home for all of these coins. I mean, again, Zen is made to be burned. It's brought into existence to be thrown in a furnace. The end. If you make gains off of it, that's tight. But theoretically, it's really designed to bridge people to something new at zero cost. Because on some chains, it's going to cost nothing to burn, right? So, and that's why, again, stacking Zen now is like the most important thing you could do. But in XEN world, I'm glad that we caught this. I'm glad it happened before we're live. I'm glad that the solution is to move to X1, which is like, well, duh, we all knew that was going to happen anyways, right? So I'm glad that all of this happened to really put into perspective what's going on. So essentially what happened, we all did research on it together. And it felt like a 5150 attack to me. So I was saying like, yo, isn't this like a 5150 attack? Because someone can change something. But realistically, now that he broke it down, it was just bad logging. And then the bad logging caused everything to get full. And then it couldn't log any further, so it crashed. Right? It's like, oh, too many orders, bro. No more tickets. Like, we can't take no more tickets. And it crashed. So by removing... or by fixing that, it shouldn't happen again. And then again, by moving the overall idea, right? Like the other part of this is this part. The block, what's it, bulk miner? Right now it's called bulkminer.com. But essentially, once this web block voter is, like, again, we need X1 live. But yeah, all of this stuff is going to help prevent the crashes. Right, because it'd be logging from a lot of different places and won't need just one computer set to log and then get ran over when everything goes bad because there's only one or two. Right, there'll be hundreds of nodes, but you do experience things like this when there's a lot of requests. That's essentially what happened. So many people are mining XENblocks that the nodes that be couldn't even handle it. So we're beyond just like, again, a small network of 3. We're really in this network of 100, and eventually we'll be in a network of 1,000 because it's just how it rolls. You can see it too on Solana and shit like that. But yeah, XENblocks back online. Should be. Let's see. I got my shit back up, but I don't know. Yeah, it's hashing. We're getting some hashes now. Some Zunies. As you can see, I was offline. Totally offline. We're back online. I had to reboot my instances, and then now I'm hashing. We back at it. Let's go. Right now is a good time to hash too, because so many people need to reset their miners that the hash speeds are pretty high. Tight. But yeah, that's a XENblock update since I was on XenPub. So back to CBZen. Shit. What up, Sixer? What up, Coin Collector? What's up, Clay? My dude, Crypto Dude. What's up, Mackenzie? Welcome. But yeah, so CBZen. What I was saying before I got on a tangent about XENblocks, because that was important. Restart your miners so you can get back to hashing. We're actually in supply shock. So currently, there's not enough Zen coming out of the miner or out of like claims. Like people can't claim enough to sell it down, right? And this is just because people didn't make enough in the past. So unlike Zen, which had a magnifying glass of attention on top of it, CBZen had this more mature audience or more mature Zenian that said, you know, I'm not gonna go ham and overdo it because I've seen this road before and I could get caught, you know, in between, you know, investing or investing too much, right? So since it has this natural decision pretty much built into the supply, right? Everybody basically made this decision together, right? There's the 400 lines of decentralized code. We all said the same things, and that's why this activity right here, we can tune in on something that had a lot of attention, right? Like OPZen. OPZen had a magnifying glass amount of attention. Like the global rank is in the hundreds of millions. That it says a lot. Like we still are like trying to get to 100 million in CBZen. Where's my Zen chart? Oh, it's not here. Brev. Hold on, I gotta get my Zen. XEN.network app. Free click. Free click, Jack Levin. Free click. I'll take my click. But yeah, you'll see here, OP's in 161 million G rank. Base 80 million G rank. Nigga, nobody wants to mine on base. But that's not what it really is. It's actually catching up. So you'll see the G rank on CBZN has been going up, right? Drastically, especially here in the beginning of May when it clicked for a lot of people. But it did click for a lot of people back when gas had an indecisive moment. So what we can see here is this first pump. I'll bring up a bigger chart. So CBZN is currently in supply shock. Now this is a temporary thing. Okay, this is very temporary because people can just show up and change the way that supply works, because theoretically you need 3 out of the 8 years of hyperinflation before the balance system should start to really be apparent, right? In Zen, we're on year number 2 almost. So we're starting to actually see that in Zen. And that's why on these smaller chains, if a lot of attention goes to the chain, it is what it is. And if it's not a lot of hodlers, yet a bunch of people looking for greed, again, that's why I'm saying this shit could go left and right, because it's a random thing. Like, you should never go into this thinking that it's going to do one or the other. It's going to do both at different times, bro. That's being a legend in crypto. It's going to do both. Just say both. It's not Zen, bro. It's not Solana. It's not Bitcoin. This bitch going to do both. Zen is at the bottom of its days, and it has time behind it, and it has attention to detail. Not so much on the subchains. Some of the subchains, like a pulse chain, where the attention to detail is there because there's a lot of believers. Another one would be like CoZen, Polygon Zen, Binance Zen. But CBZN now, I would say, is starting to build that. Like, I'm starting to see people be like, I'm rooting on CBZN. I'm buying it. I'm hodling it. I'm mining it. You know, all of the good shit that you want to see in a Zen coin. And that's why I'm saying this is also represented in this little bottom, this low. Because what I wanted to show was this initial pump back in February. This was a critical moment for CBZN. Because, again, a lot of people didn't mine. And this is like the 200 days from the inception. So a lot of people didn't mine, and there wasn't many coins, right? So what you see here is a reflection of that right here. The G rank like shot up like crazy. Like yeah, so February 2nd it was, or let's see, from here to here, which is January or December, yeah, November to December, 58, 62, right? So the fucking G rank went up, but why am I blanking on my math here? My myth, 4. So 4 million G rank increase in 1 month. And then in December to January, or let's see, December. Okay, it's just going to jump us right into the supply shock. So from December until February, 68 from 62. So another 6 million G rank. So from February, let's say, to March, so we get another, what is that, 68 to 72. So another 5 billion. And then we get 73 for the next month, 74, 78, 79. So this is where I'm at right now. Like, now everyone's mining CBZN because they're realizing the supply shock is happening. So the G rank is intensifying. We've gone from 75 to 79, but currently we're at 80. So we're like on track to like increase at least 1 million more each month, compared to this like beginning stage where like it just wasn't, or like this is when you want to see it the most intense, in the very beginning, because that's where the most Zen is made, in the beginning. That should be the funnel. So you'll see like on ETH, because this is the most respectable version of the G rank. Like motherfuckers don't respect G rank on sub chains, but it's a great way to learn Zen. That's why I understand Zen inside and out, because I get how it's created and the advantage someone would get from creating Zen and participating in this like free for all until we get to you know, that moment, that 2026 moment, where what I think we're seeing right now on CBZen, I think we're seeing it on CBZen right now, 2026, when people have to make a decision if they're going to sell back to the liquidity pool or if they're going to hold for 2 more years. Because now, you know, how much have you learned since the beginning of Zen? You know, are you still just thinking it's a scam coin? Are you just thinking it's a spam coin? Do you think it's just a coin that's going to make you rich? Do you think it's just a coin that speaks to your personal beliefs, your moralities? You know what I'm saying? What is Zen to you? Like, that's how plain this motherfucker is. And I think a lot of people in 2 years will still say, I would rather keep it. Like, I'm kind of, if I'm gambling, that's what I'm gambling on, is users in crypto saying, I'll keep my Zen in 2026. Personally, I think a lot of people are already catching on, right? That's what I'm saying. Like, seeing these windows into the future, such as P.o.P Zen, people are still mining. G rank is still going up. Max term is still going up. They catching on, right? Staking. People are still staking. Staking is on the increase now. P.o.P Zen, that's why it can appreciate in price, because people are catching on, right? G rank is doing all right. Because it's still like, you know, again, it has a microscope on top of it. So the G rank on CBZen looks way different than the G rank on P.o.P Zen. G rank is magnifying glass, exponential growth. So you'll see like what I mean, like it's like this is going up, and up, and now it's starting to kind of plateau. But CBZen went up and then plateaued. All right, look at Zen on ETH. Zen on ETH, it's just been like there's, because again, this is the most honored G rank in supply. No one stakes, everyone just creates Zen. Because the speculation on you're going to stake and then you're not going to be able to get your Zen out. So we all know that's why there's no stakers over here. Really, really, really. Compared to a side chain. And then that's why we get now that in the future, everyone will stake. Because that's all you got on a side chain. And there's value in there. There's real value in having majority of the supply and being a staker and selling on everybody's head. And them having to only get supply when you decide to sell. There's power in that shit. So that's what why I'm saying, like, this CBZen is really, 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 really set up right now to do something super cool. And it's on fucking base, where everybody's trying to figure out how they're going to do memes to keep Ethereum alive. Like, today is Ethereum's birthday. It turned 9 years old. Happy birthday, Ethereum. Right? Let's look at this. Look at the price. Birthday price. Zen equals money. What up, BlackRock? What's up, Morpheus? Take a look at the ERC 20, Roaring Kaylee 22, blah, 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 blah. Bruh, I don't look at shit like that, bro. We don't care about market caps, man. We going for top 10. Show me something that's going to be in the top 10. Please, I'm looking for some shit like that, dude. I need to do some new research. I'm over here researching the global rank of Zen world and putting it all together. That's how boring crypto is. We getting trapped in Zen world now. And that's not Jack's fault. That's Satoshi's fault. That's Vitalik's fault. Let's look at the birthday price. Birthday price. Birthday price. Man, they about to spoil the birthday. Big ups to Ethereum trying to do what it's doing. It's going through a FUD machine right now too, though. So many people are acting like ETH ain't worth shit because it couldn't get off the ground for its ETF in seconds. Like motherfuckers were gonna learn Ethereum in 2 days. Whoa. Like, man, this is how stupid the market is nowadays. Like the IQ level on like, that's not, or my thought is that the average IQ level of a traditional finance individual is nothing compared to an IQ level of a crypto individual, and we mix and twist too fucking much. And like, that's why they think of when we go off the tangent that we're being nerds. Like that happened in Zen world where everybody was like, oh, y'all are being nerds for like doing XENblocks. And now like X1 will be the only chain that has a proof of work system built into the overall system. Because the nerds knew that we needed to protect the whole fucking thing. Knowing how Solana did it pretty well. See, the reason why Solana's doing well right now, sorry Ethereum, I'm talking about, or I should say Solana's my new bae. So really I'm talking about my ex on her birthday. Yikes. Oops, my bad. What's up, Nomad? What's up, Cray Crypto? Good morning to the Zinians. The real Zinians, the hash heads. I'm a Zinian. I'm a dude with some X coins, and I'm a hash head. So that's the nerds of the Zen community. We keeping this shit alive, because that's where we're top 10, bro. Show me something with a bunch of hash heads. I would love to get into how they're trying to bring it to the game. I actually made a tweet about this earlier, talking about how like in Zen world we're doing everything, but we don't have any focus, really. And most of our focus is hating on the next best thing, because that's where we're coming from. A lot of Zinians are, again, they're refugees from the Hex world. I just happen to be stranded on Hex Island. That's kind of what I'm thinking. I'm thinking I honed in too aggressively on a non-progressive crowd, trying to figure out, like, trying to win it over, or essentially, you know, something. That's kind of where my psychological understanding is of where have I been since 2017. I was following some psychotic people, yo. And what's kind of crazy about it is, like, when you really, really put it into perspective, that's the type of shit that stops you from learning about new things, because you're trying to follow this psyche of intellectual understanding just because you understand it, right? But there's no real definition of what you're getting. You got to figure it out yourself. And that's why most good leaders tell you to go meditate by yourself. Go do some shit by yourself so you can live and fail by yourself to know exactly what is, you know? Because if you just keep receiving it from someone else, you'll never know what is. And yeah, that's kind of why it's funny to watch Zinians move how they move right now. I think, like, I'm more of a hash head. I just love the way Zen is going to change distribution. And I think the game needed it hard. Like, the crypto world needed it. The average user needs Zen. We needed an answer on the blockchain for inflation. There's a lot of cool, good things that Zen does, even though it's a hyperinflated bitch. It's just never going to stop inflating. And people will always learn how to inflate that bitch. It's going to be fun, though. It's going to be fun, you know? That's why it's going to be fun. But yeah, like I said, laugh my ass off. Zinians has had. So you still have, and you still has. You might have missed it. But the chance to really own P.o.W. on Solana. But instead, we let another group bring the spirit of Satoshi to Solana, or spirit of Satoshi proof of work to Solana. I can't wait to see how this pans out for V2. So, supply is getting ready to relaunch on Solana. And just the amount of love that each one of these posts get, it just really tells me how fucking behind most people are. Like, we got this shit, we already doing this shit over there. But if I post a solXEN thing, I'm not going to get 95 likes. Nah, hell nah. Hell no. If I post something with solXEN, it probably won't even get 38 likes. Let's see what Zen Artist is cooking with his post. He's trying. My dude. Win. Zoom. Shout out Zen Artist, GOAT. But like 9 pieces of love. 17 pieces of love. All right, fuck it. 18 pieces of love. 15. 12. 16. That's what I'm saying. Like, you could see it from the leaders in our community that the community isn't vibing with what we're spitting. And why is that way? I don't fucking know. I mean, I do know. And I mean, it would take, I mean, I can explain it, you know, but that's why it's like, ugh, like, why do people listen to people? You know, it's like, why do people actually listen to people instead of reference and apply? I mean, I mean, maybe there's an IQ piece in that. And that's why, again, I feel like traditional finance influenced the crypto user incorrectly over the last couple years. And now there's a lot of clueless people who actually don't know what the fuck is going on. And they just been following their best person, you know, like, oh, this is my crypto guy, you know. And now the tides are changing and they have no clue why, because they never paid attention or they never did the experiment. They never went to see what the blockchain looked like. We still in the beginning of this motherfucker. Bitcoin's like a 15-year-old kid. It's had a quinceañera this year. It's his quinceañera year, bro. It's turned. That's why the price is going up. It's lit right now. It's so easy to scam people with Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana. What? Scam. That's the scammer's paradise. Scammers are going to be so mad when they can't scam no more. And they got to go back to the dollar and shit. Fuck. Oh, man, I got to go back to fiat scamming. They caught on. There's too many tags on the internet now. Too hard to be a scammer. Yo, so that's what I mean. I be showing love, bro. I just can't. I don't know how you hack it. This is some other shit. It's some psyche shit. My theory, though, again, is that it's just support. Like, in the Solana community, people are down for proof of work, but they are not going to find Jack Levin unless the whole community gets down with Jack. You know what I'm saying? So, like, that's why they're going to see us when we have X1 chain. They're going to feel the creation of research, or like the dedication to research. They're going to feel that, the crypto community, right? Like right now, I'm like, oh man, I wish I can get a like from a Solana, bro. But I don't give a fuck, because what we're building is going to get your money. It's not going to get your likes and attention. Bro, you're going to be over there buying XENs for gas to make gains. So, like, yeah, all this like shit, who cares? But it's a metric to understand that there's something there. There's 1.2K likes on this pin post from April. There's something there. People want it. It might not be the shit we making, which is actually doing pretty good. Actually, let's look at that real fast. I haven't looked at solXEN in a minute, because I won't lie, I got 100 million and I kick back. I'm kicking back. I'm being boo. Because I got enough and I had the experience and it was fun. And I started to build some stuff for it. And then life came into existence. That's why I made Bait, because Bait is, like, again, something fun. It's on Solana. I got a lot of positivity about where Solana's headed, just knowing the background information that I know that anybody can do research on. It's just a little bit of research and you're like, wow, Solana's fucking shitting on the Nakamoto consensus. And it shits on DAGs. So fuck Caspa. Slow ass chain. But yeah, let's see, where's solXEN at right now? No selling, just max bidding, max leverage. You tell him, Clay. You tell him. So AMP to 0 in 3 months, 4 days. The AMP right now is at 108. This is important, like I was saying, or 180. The AMP at under 150 is going to be significant. There's not going to be as much solXEN created. And what's funny is everybody that's just creating this, they're just hashing for XN coins, right? So, like, there's like a bunch of just coins out there, like 42 billion, but there's like nobody selling or buying or trading anything. It's just a bunch of, again, nerds, hash heads, just hashing and having fun on the crypto blockchain, creating something out of nothing. And maybe one day somebody might say, hey, what the fuck are they really cooking? I might need to get some of those coins. Fuck, I should have mined them when they were just doing it and they were saying, hey, yo, anybody can get in right now. But this is when this shit closing. Yeah, but under 150, you're like kind of like, I mean, you're already doing more work to get 100 million than what I did, because I did it in the beginning. I did it in the Big Bang, right? That's why, again, we know how this works now. every distribution model needs to see the most aggressive interaction in the beginning. And then the longer the distribution becomes, I guess you can say, spread, like as the spread truly spreads and divides and becomes decentralized, the actions in which the actions of how it's distributed really play a role in how users create strategy to get more of the distribution model, right? It's like I have a quarter and I'm going to a game machine. I got 1 quarter and I want to get as much as I can out of it. People will always apply that theory to anything Zen because it has no owner, right? So it's allowed. It's an allowed principle as well to the whole fair principle thing. It's so fucking fair principle. Everyone can do anything they want to do with it. Everybody's ideology works. You're right, I'm wrong. We're right, we're wrong. Like, doesn't the world, you feel this way right now? Like that everybody's right and fucking wrong at the same fucking time. And they're like, everyone's fucking right and wrong. you know, and then you even got right and wrong news, right and wrong music. Shit is weird right now. But one thing that is true is code. And the 400 lines speak in different, in different ways to different people. And there's a massive amount of fair consensus of how it could be used, right? Everybody knows a gun could kill a human, but there are a lot of good humans that realize that, people kill people, not guns kill people. So they're on that mission, and there's a lot of those people on that mission, and that's why gun violence, it's a big thing, right? But it's a small percentage, but it's a big thing, But it's like when you really think about it, it's like the education really makes an impact on it not being a higher percentage of daily activity gun usage, like we're like in South America. And it's like the little things, my dude, like the world is so fucking right and wrong. It's hard to pay attention to the little things. And I love Zen's attention to detail on that. And it goes right back into CBZen. Like, it's so apparent that the supply shock is in the benefit of those that are staking CBZen and understanding the mission, which is Zen is for everyone. Make a lot of it and burn it for X1 chain. Right? There needs to be some cool burning dabs that show up on base. And I've already thought of this as well, but I've been on Solana right now because, again, Solana is the bigger mission. This is a side mission. It's a side quest. It really is, like anything that's not Ethereum Zen is a side quest. Making that shit better, that's on everyone. And if everyone doesn't want to make it better, then that's why it's a waste of time. It's like, just go back to ETH Zen because it's going to have the most weight. That's why it has the highest market cap and the highest liquidity. So you might as well just go over there and kick it and just wait rather than playing a side quest, trying to beat the side quest and add to your badges. I'm going to add to my badge either way. You feel me? So that's why I'm on CBZen. But I need at least one of these gems. Fuck. A lot of people are going to have the Pulse Chain badge. I know some fools that will have the ETH PAL badge. I just don't know who they're going to sell I just don't know how people are just... I don't know. I don't know anything, right? We don't know anything. We're going to see it play out. Oh, damn. Cozen finally added an 11 or another number or another 0. This is the freest Zen you can possibly get. It's as free as it's free. Shit is free. This is the Alaska of Zen world. You can go there. You could do anything you want to do. No one's gonna bother you. You're still in American land, but you're just out in the middle of fucking nowhere. But you can make it happen. People out in Alaska, they're making it happen. It's going up. Sounds like Terrence Howard is getting ready. Sounds like Terrence Howard and Get Ready or Die Trying. When am I right and when am I wrong? Nah, that's facts, yo. Well, because crypto now is like, again, crypto's black and white. And if you don't understand this part, that just means you're searching for a high or like you're not being realistic to what's really going on here. And like what's really going on is that companies are buying Bitcoins to bring the United States into this concept that this is the reserve and getting us off of the gas, like changing the object from the petrodollar to a digital dollar. But the digital dollar needs to be backed by something, and nothing has a story or has been battle tested like Bitcoin. And what the crazy thing is that even in right now's reality of Bitcoin being slapped around, right, because it didn't do anything. The Trump speech wasn't pro Bitcoin. It was pro Trump, right? It wasn't pro Bitcoin. It wasn't like, hey guys, I went ahead and bought some Bitcoins. I set up a miner. I'll put one in the Oval Office. Boners on boners in that motherfucker if he says some dumb shit like that. And that's what I was telling my modern homies. I'm like, yo, he has the wrong writers. They should have wrote better content for him to have a bigger impact. But his impact now, maybe it's a 50-50 thing. Those that were using Trump's energy to try to impact others to make Bitcoin appear bigger than life, they'll still figure it out. They still got Trump to pull up. Like, give them a week or two. Right, we're seeing the sell-off right now from those that want to apply pressure on those that need to now show us the way, right? Like, oh, show us the way, right? Like, it's kind of like the crypto bro and the Zen thing. Like, people still show up because they're waiting, or they're trying to use my insight to show them the way on the next move, right? Or maybe you're just like, me and you are on the same vibe, and I can confirm something you've also been observing, you know? And that's kind of, again, going back to Bitcoin on the same scale. We're going to see these price swings until the world is behind this. And the last piece of the puzzle is America. And it's always been. So the astronaut man, it's always been America. What the fuck? US dollar Bitstamp, one of the oldest fucking. Here, let's see if we can Google that. Oldest Bitcoin price chart. What in the fuck is this? Mark Zuckerberg? What in the shit? AI getting trippy. I love the analogy with Alaska. What's up, Fernando? Now that's Alaska though, yo. So like, you want to get your life going, just go to Alaska. Like, if shit's fucked up at mainland America, pack it up, get in the car, drive to Alaska. You're gonna make something happen out there. You're gonna do something. A lot of content creators are moving into Alaska right now because of the way the taxes work and whatnot. And that's why it's like weird watching that happen, because it affects metropolitan life, because now most of the content entering NYC is not made in NYC. It's like made in Alaska, or like it's made in a studio somewhere else, so it misses the flavor of the culture that we used to have, like in the 90s and the early 2000s. But that's like a global thing. That's a global problem. That's why you gotta be real to yourself, bro, because the globe is weird right now. Weirdos everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Just like they just trying to apply again. They're right and wrong at the same time. Motherfucking question mark. Let's see. What's the earliest? Marty. I think it's the Bitstamp though. The most completed. I guess it's not like the oldest known Bitcoin chart. Let's see here. A year ago, someone was looking for it. What's up, Serious Punch Samson? Have you ever peeped Hash AI? I think you might dig it. I like base. I'll check it out. Let's see what it's up. What is that though? What is it? Are you luring me? Are you luring me to a fucking meme? I want to see like a layer one trying to get into the top 20, top 50. But really, I want them to have the mindset of a top 10 crypto, because it's 2024. Like, what the fuck you doing trying to be in the top 50, bro? Anyone getting the top 50 with the right game, with the right pitch deck, and a millionaire, get that ass in the top 50 shit. A couple millionaires, let's just say. The oldest Bitcoin chart was taken at 3 cents exactly 13 years ago. 1,000 BTC cost $30. I wonder what this is though. Like, but that's what I mean. Okay, so 3 cents. The Bitstamp one, if we zoom out to a year, 12 months. Optimizing crypto mining with AI. They got solid partnerships. Oh, see, but that's what I mean. That doesn't make any sense. You don't need to optimize crypto mining with AI. Like right now, I'm mining crypto, and there's no need for me to set up a robot to do it. Like that, why would I add a medium in mining? Like the medium is a button. It's like it's not a blockchain. You know what I mean? Like if I want to get more access, I need to have a better form of blockchain architecture. And that's why you wouldn't say that I'm gonna use AI to mine and secure my network. Like that's why XEN is one of the most superior proof of work coins being developed right now, because no one else has this ideology where it's like, nah, people mine it and it secures the network. It has its own life. It's its own chain inside of the proof of work or the proof of stake chain. Like it's proof of stake, or it's a proof of work and proof of stake chain, because the proof of work lives inside of this proof of stake. Like that's what it's like. Yo, the AI is also human in X1. Yeah, because the reason for that, the reason why we can say that is because anyone with 14090, if let's say this difficulty stayed the same, anyone with a 4090 could turn on their GPU essentially, and as you can see, you can start mining blocks instantly. I wish this was timestamped, but yeah, instantly you can create value, especially with the Zunis. Instantly you have value. So there's a really gray area in that ideology that like you can use a robot to give me more value in my hash, right? That the value in the hash then would be a discussion about what are you using? Like what's your password algorithm, right? And that's why Jack chose Argon 2, because it won many awards in 2015. And at the time, and that's why, again, we chose something that nobody was thinking about at the time. Anybody and everybody now can try to do it, but I just think like the hardest thing is getting a group of people to just start marching. Like that's the hardest thing to do. That shit takes years, man. And that's why, again, I think what we have in X1 and what we have in XEN is going to be so hard to replicate, because I've seen so many brands fall off, and people are like lost and don't know, again, to the title, they don't know what's going on, and they're like really looking for definition. But yeah, like it might be tight though. Check it out when you get a chance. But I mean, I'll check it out. Like it's for the gains, you know. That's what it is. Like me checking out a coin is for the gains and nothing more, pretty much. Like I'm trying to see Bitcoin do numbers. I'm still stuck on that. Yeah, so this is the oldest chart, because see, 12 months we go all the way down to 0. So we'll go to 1 month. We'll zoom out. Actually, maybe not. This one says the lowest it got was $2. So maybe something came before this Bitstamp one. But still, that's why it's like, yo, we're in such a good moment in crypto. Like, this might never happen again, this part. But I honestly think that's Satoshi's vision. Like, what I experienced in the old school Bitcoin until 2017 was the onboarding of the next 100 years, right? So if we're only, what would be right now, 85 years into it, then theoretically, like the people who are going to be the best at crypto haven't even been born yet. Like, we're all so fucking early. It's ridiculous. And like, that's why, again, it's like, I don't think anybody is designing blockchain like Jack at this current moment to be self-efficient, moving into the next 85 years of whatever the fuck crypto is going to be. Because it's definitely not going to be Bitcoin. It's definitely not going to be Ethereum. And Solana is introducing something new that maybe gives us a little bit more life. You can think of this too, like cars, because cars built in the 2000s are way better than a car built in the 80s. And the 80s and 2000 are just as far away as 2000 and 2024. So a car like today's old car is one of the best built machines ever, and that's why you still see early 2000 whips out and about. I'm still wondering when they will all disappear, but it might be a hard line. Like everything needs to be EV to wipe out all those types of cars in America because they're so well built, you know. And that's kind of why, again, that's great. That's 35 years, and then they had to apply pressure to get rid of it. Like everything's going electric. So same goes for crypto. I think these blockchains are engines, and they're becoming better every time it's rendered, and that's what we should respect and what we should encourage for the next generation to continue to render the connectivity of humanity and moving like this like very big idea into what is a normal idea. And I mean, we're already there. I'm just giving you a high level perspective of it so that if you're not there, maybe you join the race. If you've already started mining X coins, though, you've already joined the race. That's why it's like, yo, just dump the coins if you're not down, because this is going to take it's going to take some time, bro. It's probably going to take like all 8 years and beyond. Motherfuckers will be talking about Zen in 10 years, and we need that. Like, imagine if nobody talked about Bitcoin right now. All the hard work that everybody did in 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and then 10 years, no one talks about Bitcoin. That's when it's not the future of a really good project. Like, let's be realistic. Like, yeah, if it's like an influencer driven project where the only way they can fucking get your attention is by telling you they're not gonna dump, like, we get it. Like, that's the, you know, the bottom of how you start. But the top, the elite, those that control the coins, right? And that, man, you know, like, imagine the FUD on like trying to protect Bitcoin right now just to make sure that it can last another 20 years. I mean, I think it's ran its course. I think 15 years is a good time for Bitcoin, and I think it's a good time for people to start migrating Satoshi's vision into better products, such as like X1 chain, such as like OpCat, right? The Blit 420 that still hasn't been put on Bitcoin because no one will upgrade, right? It could take 100 years to get an upgrade to pass on Bitcoin. Me and Zensu were talking about that. And that's why it's funny. Somebody was trying to say that it's bad that Solana is constantly updating. And I think that that's where you're wrong if you think in that manner, because updating means that it's getting better. Like, and this isn't like, you know, you got to be respectful of the tech, right? I used to have people when I worked at Apple come in and say, I don't want my apps to update because I don't like the new version, or I don't like that they change things. And I used to be like, bro, you like being on old technology and bugs and shit. You like having buggy tech, bro. Like, just because you like something one way, like, that's not tech, bro. In tech, there's an update. Shit got better, bro. It's like, yo, people want to live in the dark web and live in ClearNet at the same time. It don't work like that. You choose one or the other. Either no one knows you or the whole world knows you. The end. You live in public. And that's kind of why, again, I think like those that are still stuck on stupid with Ethereum or with Solana, it just kind of shows you like how much more room in crypto we have to go. And I think that is what makes it even better to get behind Solana, because they've already tried to introduce the phone. And that's where it's going, right? Tokenization. I talked about this yesterday on stream. Your tokenized bank is in your wallet already in the fashion of a credit card or a debit card. Your loan, actually, yeah, that's a good way to say it too. Your loan is a token representation of your credit card. Your credit card is a token representation of a loan. There's nothing actually in reality stopping us from changing the back end direction of where that token points, besides laws. Fucking physical laws that stop us from doing it because crypto is a digital thing. So that's why, again, I think those physical laws will be tested by digital products, and the best way for that token to change form will be in a digital space, such as a device, because the device has a screen, and the screen can change as much as it wants, and it's up to the app developer to design how the user lands in the logic that they're trying to get to, which will be value, store of value, the logic, store of value. What the fuck, man? This shit is so easy. I'm talking to a group of 5th graders, possibly at this point. But yeah, that's why like Solana is important to follow, because since they understand this and they're already moving their ideas into chipsets, or it's like that's where it could go. Like if you really get into it, you can start designing phones for Solana, and taking the best pieces of its security as a network and placing it in a phone and changing again the tokenization of what a phone was used for. I mean, right now a phone doesn't even fucking make sense. I've always said device, but reality likes to call it a cell phone. I'm like, bro, it hasn't been a phone since since it became a screen. You know, once it was a phone when it had a keyboard, right? Once the keyboard was gone, this bitch is a device. It's a screen that changes shapes and all kinds of things. I might be tripping you out. I'm not on no kinds of mushrooms right now. I'm just keeping it real. That's all a device is. It's many types of tokens. And that's where we're going. We're going in that direction. You got to throw something at me that makes me change my mind. But I just don't know how you get to holograms. I just don't know, you know, how we get to real secure transmissions. Like, I just see like the Star Wars world, and I'm just like, yo, that object that we're looking for, we already have it, and it's a device, but we just call it a phone. And Solana is doing the right move to get the masses to comprehend what they're trying to do, which is bring blockchain to everybody. But we can't do that without a sequencer that can handle it. I'm going in. But yeah, I already wrote this on my X account. You should go to the X account and read this thing I posted. Nobody gave a fuck about it though. That's what I mean. Nobody really fucking cares, you know? Nobody cares? Yeah, see, there's no likes for it. We gotta go to a different one. KK. Shout out to Og. But yeah, I posted this thing because, like, again, the argument in Solana, the argument for Solana being a bad chain is a super stupid argument. They basically are opposing this concept that's like from a long time ago. A long time ago. And a long time ago, people used to be worried about supply because we didn't know where the fuck the coins were coming from. Then slowly over time, we understand about what delegated proof of stake is. We understand about what it is to release a ton of coins and try to figure out distribution models, right? This is why we have XEN. XEN is the band-aid of supply. It teaches you about supply and why there's no way you can gain advantage if it's hyperinflating. Why you are fighting hyperinflation. And again, there's a lot of other cool supply things, like what's going to happen when there's a deflationary factor that's natural to the prices then. Like, does the market respond well to it? And that's always the speculation on XEN, and that's always the speculation on price, and that's always going to be built into supply. So supply is one of the dumbest things you can bring to an argument about a blockchain being bad. Like, it's like, yo, fuck that shit. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, all this, like, what else am I trying to get out? We don't even know, like, what is the true supply of the earth, if that makes any sense. Like, how many tokens does the world even need to be satisfied? Like, everybody has all the money in the world and you still can't satisfy a human. So what does that look like in crypto, right? 35 trillion in debt, over 500 trillion out in open markets. It does, none of it makes sense, and nobody's happy, you know? So that's why I'm like, yo, it doesn't, the supply idea is one of the stupidest things to get yourself hung up on and like drive home. It's like, damn, you spent 2 days researching supply. What the fuck? Like, you better research how that motherfucker even moves. It's like, again, go the car analogy. It's like, yo, you spent 3 weeks looking at the interior. Like, look at these floor mats. Fuck, this seat is designed funny. It's like, bitch, if you don't put your head under the hood and see what you're working with, what your performance is, right? That's looking at the sequencer, looking at the tech. So I wrote this thing up. Nobody gives a fuck, but it's whatever. It's for myself, right? And it has a link here to show you what I'm talking about. People, the reason why Solana is going up in price is because there's a lot of it staked. Over 68% of the Solana is staked from their circulating supply. So it's like, yo, don't even get caught up on that shit, because you're gonna be removed from the fact that most of the selling is the circulating supply, or like not the circulating supply, but it's like what's not staked. And you know that should happen. You know, okay, so there's 395 million that's staked, and they don't burn the coins, right? It's a blockchain, so the coins are still representative, or they're counted in the circulating supply, essentially, because they can be unstaked at any moment. And yeah, and again, that's why, like in Zen, it burns the stake and it brings it back. But that's a token idea that, what if we implemented that on a layer 1, you know, and it took away from the supply? But that just isn't something that I think a lot of builders are worried about. Again, no one gives a fuck about supply. They're like not building their best ideas based on how much coins are released. They're like, that it doesn't really matter. That's why this started out with 500 million, and now it's inflated 81 million. Sol started out at 500 million, now it's inflated 81 million in the last 4 years, based on the validators. So as validators validate blocks, new Solana is created, and then they use that as profit for validating blocks, and they sell. And that's usually what takes price down. But you need to get a little bit more mature, right? Because it's like, yeah, see, he said it, right? But it's like, if the system is good, there's no reason to sell the house. Like, it's just where we are in this new future in crypto. It worked with Bitcoin. It worked with Ethereum. Why wouldn't it work with Solana? As long as the system is good, people will not sell the house, right? And that's why it's so weird right now in ETH world, because how many people actually want to sell the house right now? I think quite a few people. I'm sure quite a few Ethereum people wouldn't mind just getting out right now. And that's why we get all these propaganda FUD takes on Solana, all the way down to a psychological level, to the influencer you might be following today, to kind of deflect you from this idea that, yo, the sequencer on Solana might be something we want to look at as a community of users, because it could provide cheaper fees, and it could provide an architecture for us to move to a device to get the token to the masses. We're not going to get to the physical card. That token is going to be so hard. There's so many laws, dog. Like, what? Some will get there, and I know some people racing to that, and that's why it's going to be an amazing race also to watch us introduce this world where a cash-only business, you can spend crypto because you have it on a debit card. I mean, you could do that now, but with like a centralized exchange. So that's why we know it's on the road. But I want to see that decentralized. You know, I would prefer to see it decentralized. I would hope we can lean off of the centralization, but again, I'm bullish on centralization going into the next bull run. Very bullish on Satoshi's vision, but very bullish on education, because people take exchanges serious. Like, they don't take me serious. They don't take Uniswap serious. Uniswap trying to get taken serious right now. Nobody can take them serious. They need to change their whole fucking name. That's how I'm thinking. I'm like, Uniswap, if they want to go centralized exchange, which I'm sure they're trying to do, they're going to probably end up doing something miraculous or something. Or not miraculous, but like, it's just going to be like, whoa, look what they did to get to keep the decentralized vibe, but to introduce something where people can take them serious, right? But yeah, that's like my take on today. I think Solana is a great call. Bitcoin Cash doing its thing. I think Bitcoin is pulling back right now because the conference didn't please a lot of people because nothing happened. So they're selling. But again, I think that's just a small time thing because there's a lot of good happening politically for crypto. So I think this is just a fucking flag, bull flag. And that's why, again, I'm really bullish on Solana because I think the people who are smart are moving in. Again, they're using this opportunity to move Ethereum into Solana. Again, we're seeing it versus ETH. This is the month, actually. Let's go to the daily. On the daily, it's very extended above the 200, right? Has room to pull back, has room for people to sell their Solana back into ETH as ETH bumps. You know, that's basically what it is, the recycle system. Sell Solana back into Bitcoin while Bitcoin's down. Catch the Bitcoin pump it back into Solana. But again, this is what we like to see. This above 200 feeling lets us know that there's a lot of good blockchain buying happening on Solana versus like Avalanche, where we can see that like no one is putting their chips in it. Obviously, this bitch is being beat up against Ethereum, right? Let's look at it versus Bitcoin underneath the 2. Significantly, no one cares. They're putting their Avalanche back in the Bitcoin and they're never coming back. That's what this tells me. It's not a trade. I mean, there's a lot of coins like this right now. Pretty much everything, yeah, except BNB. BNB versus Bitcoin. It's doing good because, again, it's a centralized exchange, and I'm bullish on those. That's why I'm bullish on Base, because Base is a centralized exchange blockchain. Like, yo, what? Fuck. Like, anything on Base should do well once they start to pump in like millions of VC funding into rollouts, because they just don't want to be wrong, so they're not doing it yet. It's easy to see. But yeah, that's my take on today. US Gov is selling Bitcoins. Yeah, they're doing that, but it's not enough, you know? Like, if you look at the hash rate, people are still making Bitcoins. The government saying they're selling Bitcoins it's just letting us know like how bad they are at being government officials. You know what I mean? Like, this is the worst publicity stunt they could possibly do. And again, all it's telling us is, Americans, if you're a real American, do you really care about what the fuck is going on? Or are you just gonna, you know, let this shit keep going the way it's going? I don't think it's gonna happen at the voting booth. I'm with you on that. But are you gonna like do something about it? You know? And that's why, again, I'm just like, yo, I don't even believe shit like that no more. Like, the government is manipulating. No, we're manipulating ourselves. Like, a government selling Bitcoin just means we need to educate people more to let them know that's an opportunity. Yo, the feds are giving us more valid reasons to why we need to have an autonomous government. I mean, I'm speaking crazy right now, but yeah, if after I'm said and gone, if anybody can, please make an autonomous government. We need that shit as soon as possible. Like, the humans are corrupt. They can oversee the robot, but the robot is the best decision maker. It's just, it is what it is. What's that movie, Idiocracy? Like, I mean, that's just where we are. Like, everybody is so stupid smart. I got some stories right now. Like, I got some stories. You can't even speak English anymore. Speaking English can potentially make you look too smart, and then people will try to dumb it down so they can be superior if they got the riz. That's why you probably don't see as many Zen spaces out anymore, because it's just like, it's just like everyone's saying the same thing and there's no updates, and it's all by strategy of the team. So it just naturally fizzled out, because it's like, oh, we can only hate on it so much before it's just like, what are you going to do about it, though? You know, that's why I stream every day, bro, and talk about Zen all the time. Because actually, like I told you, it's a mission forever. This is not like a fucking 8-year mission, man. It's still going on after 8 years. The fuck? This shit ain't over in 8 years. That's just when the party gets started. But yeah, what's up, Tekken? They would create, they would care when XEN is pumping 1,000x, dude. For real though, nah, people will probably care about XEN when it's on gas, because it's way X1 will be better than Solana because of that. Solana will probably be X1 to the phone, but we will be like right behind them with an innovator that gets it, and it's like, yo, I can create with X1, and they have a better user base, more educated. Like, I might be able to swerve using X1 as the base of my network phone rather than using Solana, which is obviously working towards being catering someone else, not like your average entrepreneur. And that's why, again, it's important to own a little Solana, because it's apparent they're doing that shit. Like, it's apparent they're a hedge fund for rich people. Like, what more do you need? It's $178 right now. That's what I'm saying. It's a hedge fund for rich people. A bunch of rich people are gonna use Solana to leverage their DApp. That's why you got Jack Levin using Solana to leverage his blockchain. The fuck? Some people I saw somebody make a ring. Oh man, I should have let's see. Somebody made a Solana ring. I saw the spaces about it yesterday. Here it is. Wait, is this it? New Solana ring. Oh, no. This ain't it. Damn, can I find this? Let's see. Basically, I saw someone, or I was in the spaces, I was just floating around, and there was this this random thing that just popped up, and it was like someone was like, it had a Solana ring. Here, maybe if I type it into the search here, they had like a ring that it relays your data to the blockchain through your device, and then this is like what I'm trying to amp at, is that like, they don't have nobody got no ideas. Like, no one's trying to wear a ring, bro. We're in the middle of mass adoption. Like, what the fuck? Like, how is your ring gonna bring mass adoption? Like, that's the worst idea. And like, you got people to sign on to that. Like, what the fuck? Like, dude, like, what? You know, like, wearables are a bad idea in crypto, in my opinion. People don't care about wearables. Again, I think the real race we're running is token-based access, and token access to value. That's the most important thing going on. Damn, you cannot find it. Oh, here we go. We found it. Never mind. Yeah, here we go. The Cutis. The first AI empowered wearable DPIN product. So DPIN is a type of protocol that's built on Solana. So I guess you got to understand what DPIN is. But yeah, DPIN enables data ownership built on Solana. So basically, you wear this ring and you use the app, and it tracks your wellness. You see my guy Taco follows them, of course. And I don't think there's anything wrong with this. Oh, they have somebody in the Olympics wearing it? Oh, no. Is she wearing it? I don't know. But yeah, wellness. See, wellness. I was at the beach today. But yeah, I mean, personally, I looked at the website, and I'm just like, this is like not where I see like, you see what I mean? Like, this is where I see VC money going, and where I see nothing going anywhere in this, unfortunately. Like, you need to be using your brain to how can we build a phone with that ring inside of it, rather than what you're presenting now. That's just what I personally think. An AI coach and shit. But yeah, this is just like a pitch deck turn crypto app, and they can see if they can run a fundraise for it. And everyone was gonna, and this is what I mean, everyone that's rich is gonna leverage Solana to come out with these wacky ass ideas for rich people. And that's why, Solana is building infrastructure for that. X1 has the same ability to do that because it's a fork of Solana. But I think, again, it's not really going to be driven like that. It's just going to be driven as a high performance network stack. Right. So what I'm saying right now is like a personal perception of where I think crypto is headed. Like, I've been saying, it's headed to your device. It's going to your cell phone. Like, before you know it, it's going to be there regularly. We're already there regularly. but everyone will be there. They'll Venmo you Bitcoins and you'll be like, what the fuck? Like, that was not like that 2 years ago. They Venmo you Solana, like, oh, I got some Solana I can send you. Do you take that? It's my store of value right now. You know? Or they got ore on Solana, and then they're storing value in ore and then selling it into Solana to sell it to you. Things like that. Real Satoshi Vision, though. Satoshi's Vision is a P2P network of communication between between A and B. So that's what I mean. Solana is definitely following Satoshi's vision to make sure that communication is like the main reason it exists. It doesn't exist for anything more than that, and people can build on top. And you know, VCs just happen to capitalize on this idea that, hey, maybe we can make an elite blockchain that people see as a way to release. I don't really know what it's called in marketing, but a lot of people see Solana as a platform. They just have bad ideas right now. Polkadot used to have this same bullshit, though. Polkadot used to have so many bad ideas. But again, look at this. They're going to bot it up. Hella bots. Making it look like it's tight. But yeah, it doesn't stop the average user from throwing some dollars at it. So we got to protect them. But with that being said, go Zen. Make sure you take some bait. I guess I got to do that right now. I'm gonna put the... Oh, man, I didn't go there. All right, here we do it now. Yo, go to this website. If you got some Solana. It's up to you, though. You can take the bait. Or you can throw it away. Voila. Magic. Take some bait. Or throw it away. I'm going to go do some other shit. But yeah, that's my 1-2s on today's thing. No one knows what the fuck is going on. There's a lot of people, again, leveraging past content to create new experiences incorrectly. And there's a lot of really good things going on in FUD related projects that you might need to, you know, again, go on a solo journey so you can figure out what everyone's talking about, since there's two sides of the story anyways. Yeah, you could believe whatever, right? Everyone's right and wrong at the same damn time. It's apparent, it's out in the open, and it's a totally fine thing to do. Be wrong for a little bit, be right for a little bit, be wrong for a little bit. Who fucking cares? You know, just try to find some sovereignty in that. And that's why, again, I think you lean back into the Zen distribution model, because you can just hopefully understand that a random interaction of distribution is 10 times better than a cap supply for adoption. But a cap supply is 10 times better than a random distribution for supply, or for security, which is what most blockchains lack, is economy security. You know, and one person quit, price go down, everybody quit, everyone out. Zen's trying to solve that. X1 is really trying to solve that with the XEN addition to the Zen coin. Yeah, that's why I think, you can't go wrong getting somewhere into this ecosystem. And yeah, until next time, peace in the Middle East, collard greens and chicken grease.